Hello, this is Bill Dale at sportscoachbusiness.com, and today I want to talk about using video analysis to improve sports training and performance of the athletes you're coaching. And I think it's an important tool for showing your athletes exactly what they're doing so they can make adjustments. It's also great for positive reinforcement for when they do something the right way. Now, you can explain drills to them and demonstrate something yourself as the coach the correct way, but when you can show them clips of themselves, they can get a deeper understanding, and I think it can make improvements to their skills quicker. Some coaches film games for review they review them at the team practice, which is great for seeing how players interact and perform together in different situations. And each player can also look at game film to review their own performance and get a better idea of how they can improve within the team concept. Or if they're in solo sports like tennis, they can see how they act and react in game situations or during the match, whatever. But just as important is to show athletes recordings of themselves while practicing, like when they're doing drills. It helps them internalize the correct movements and the feelings of success they are making as they progress. That's why I like to film each player in game-like situations as well as while they're doing drills and practice situations. Just make sure you get clips of them doing the skills the correct way, in addition of them doing some stuff where they need improvement. I think something magical happens when athletes can see themselves doing things correctly as soon as it happens. They're still feeling good from your positive feedback, and when you show them a clip of themselves doing something, it has a much stronger impact than if you just told them, good job. The combination of them doing the skills correctly, hearing you compliment them, and then actually seeing themselves do it is very powerful. You can use your video camera or phone to record clips of your athletes to show them, but it's a good idea to use their phone to record some clips too. That way they can review the clips whenever they want. It helps them to mentally reinforce all the correct movements and skills by watching clips repeatedly, which they will do if they have the clips on their phone. Now, I think the use of video analysis wasn't extensive until the 1990s, and even then it was used by mostly professional and college teams. Now, more recently, Kobe Bryant has talked about use of video to help him get a competitive advantage when he was playing with the Lakers. Now, he not only used video to analyze his own game, but he got videos of some of the all-time great NBA players so he could analyze their signature moves and habits. And you can tell, there's somebody on YouTube did a comparison of Michael Jordan's moves and Kobe's moves, and there's a reason for that. He actually memorized those and practiced them until he became almost like a clone of that. Now, going back further, there were certain players who started using video to help their performance back in the 70s and 80s. One of the most famous was Major League Baseball player, Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn. I think it was early in his career where he asked his wife to use the VCR to record his at-bats during his games, and that allowed him to analyze his stance, his movements, and the swing in the batter's box, as well as how the pitchers would pitch him. And he claims that this use of video helped him the most in his career, and he is actually regarded as one of the greatest hitters of all time. Now, as far as what to record and show your players, you'll have to decide what angles you want to record that will help your athlete the most. Now, as an example, when I coach free throw shooting, I'll set up the camera in separate angles, like directly in front, which helps me see the alignment of the shooter's body, how they keep their head straight, and their follow-through and stuff like that. I also do the side view, which shows their up and down motion, which for free throw shooters should mostly be leg power, and the angle of their follow-through. And the back view will show similar things as the front view, but at a different angle. Now, all these together will give me a better understanding of what the player is doing correctly and what they need work on. And I not only like to show them normal speed, but I also do slow motion so they can get a better look. And if you are experienced with editing, you can take photo snapshots from the videos and use simple graphics to show athletes how they look in terms of their mechanics. Now, I have an example of this on the blog page at sportscoachbusiness.com. If you coach baseball pitchers, you might want to use the same kind of angles. And actually, this would probably apply to a lot of sports like football quarterbacks or, servers in tennis and such like that. Just front, side, and back, and a few others that are specific to your sport that will help your athletes. Now, really, you only need three things. As for equipment, you just need two, which is a phone or a basic camera and a decent tripod. Now, the tripod keeps everything steady, and then you don't have to hold the camera while you're filming. And the third thing is just to know what your specific players need help with, and then decide which angles to capture the movements for the best way you can show them what they're doing correctly and what they need work on. Now, that's it as far as the basic video analysis that you can do for your players, but it's a great tool to use for positive reinforcement when they're doing things correctly, and also showing them things that they need to work on. I think you should try it out, just even if it's for a few minutes at each session for each player, and you'll really see a big difference in the way they're performing and how they respond to this.